theory, the Veil of Ignorance by John Rawls, states that when you're making, imagine that you're making the rules for a society, you should put yourself on a veil of ignorance, because that way you won't be making rules not considering whether they will put some privilege on you or you will be benefited by that. You will have to make the rules in order to make everyone have like the same stuff, and for it to be justice, even though maybe you don't have the same privilege, or, well, not searching for your own benefit, searching like benefit for everyone and the same amount of opportunities for everyone. Well, hard power refers like using weapons or economic resources in order to make other, for example, other country do whatever you want to do and get what you want. The soft power will be like this persuasion, for example, making others what you want, like the same goal, by convincing them. One great example is the Hollywood movies that I don't know, here in Mexico some people wanna support the United States because of the movies they have been in Hollywood and actors and all this fantasy. Smart power will be the combination of these both, using military and economic power, but also like diplomacy. For example, when a country uses military and this diplomacy in order to solve another country problem, this will be like smart power. I would say that the most effective one is smart power. Obviously, I think that the majority will think that, because it combines both of them and it's kind of effective, even though it might not be as fast as the hard power. Okay, what's intersectionality? What it will mean, for example, in this feminism fight, at the beginning, like it, women will start fighting for their rights, but it will start benefits white women. So black women will have this problem that they're still not being like taken account, and how there's this pyramid of power where in the top there are like white men, and that answers the question of how does intersectionality affects the distribution of power. Well, the most privilege you have, the most power you will get, like in this pyramid. In the top, like white men, like with a good economic status, and at the bottom it will be, like in short, a woman, a black woman. Um, Describe the least vulnerable person in the world. White man with a good economic status, straight, mentally stable. Um, that's what comes to my mind. Now, describe the most vulnerable person in the world. Well, it will have to be a woman. It will have to be black. It will have to be disabled, mentally unstable, like, I don't know, trans, or poor. So we can see the difference between these. Well, what do you think the concept of bullshit applies to this year's Mexican election? First, bullshit is like the concept of lying to someone in order to make them believe that you are something greater that you may not be. The majority of this is like invented. For example, in these Mexican elections, Xochitl and Claudia, they're like saying that like their side is the best, but for example, I don't know, when Claudia says that she has made a lot of stuff for this country and all that, then Xochitl appear and say something like, no, she's like corrupted and she's doing bad for this country, and the same for us the other way. So I think that they're just fighting, and I don't actually see the amount of proposals of good answers I would have wanted to see.